Good morning, honey. I didn't see you this morning. Did you leave earlier than usual?
Good morning, Joey. Yes, I did. I have a presentation early this morning, so I thought it was a good idea to be in the office a bit early and be prepared for it.
Oh, I see. You'll do fine. Everybody will like it.
Hope that's true. Thanks.
Well, I have something to discuss with you. Do you have time for it?
I thought I told you I have a presentation in a little bit.
I know, I'll make it quick.
What is it? You could have told me last night when we had plenty of free time. Why do you need to talk to me right now, especially on a day like this when I'm trying to get ready for my presentation?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you on a busy morning. I was gonna talk to you before going to bed last night, but I just couldn't bring myself to speak to you while looking at your face. It felt inappropriate and shameful. I feel sorry for always burdening you and causing you trouble, but can't we help my mother for one more year? Maybe 6 months if a year is too long?
Do you mean helping her financially? Is she still going through a rough patch? I thought she was looking for a job last time I checked.
She was looking for a job, but you know it won't be easy for her to find one when she's already in her mid-60s. Besides, she has a chronic illness. She has chronic wrist and knee pain that is so bad that the doctor recommended surgery a few months ago. Of course, she couldn't undergo surgery because she couldn't afford it. It seems she'll likely end up spending much more money on medical bills for trying to make a small amount of money. None of us would want that, right? Realistically speaking, it seems challenging for her to get a job and start working immediately.
So, what do you want us to do? For how much longer do we have to continue supporting her? The accumulated repayment of her debt over the past 3 years of our marriage is nearing $100,000. I haven't been able to enjoy the things I wanted and had to settle for cheaper brands when it came to clothing, shoes, bags, and cosmetics due to prioritizing her debt repayment. To make matters worse, my coworker said I became thrifty after getting married.
Molly, I know you're making sacrifices, and I thank you for that.
I am barely 30 now, and I'm the editor of Harper's Bazaar, a well-known fashion magazine. Honestly, being called thrifty doesn't sound like a compliment considering what I do for a living. Do you have any idea what thrifty means in the fashion world? My coworkers essentially made fun of me. I have been working overtime, relentlessly, treating it like a necessity for a better future and living a fiercely competitive life. Yet, why is the quality of my life significantly worse after marriage than before? Frankly, I feel suffocated and frustrated.
I understand how much you struggle and put in the effort, which is why I'm trying my best to express myself in this difficult situation. Despite feeling resentment and frustration towards Mom for creating a debt of $100,000, on top of losing the $200,000 that was inherited from Dad after being scammed by a cult leader, she is still my mother. I can't just abandon the person who gave birth to me and raised me to die alone. My father is no longer here, and the only person left in her life is me. I'm the only one she can trust and lean on.
She's not a child, but a grown adult. Isn't it normal for her to clean up the mess she created herself? Isn't it wrong for her to keep making mistakes and burdening her child with such a heavy load? I repaid $100,000 for her, and I would say I did my fair share.
Of course, you did more than your fair share. I know. I can't agree with you more. But she is not capable of making a living by herself at the time. She promised me that she'll make sure to stand on her own 2 feet if we help her for more than 6 months. It's only for 6 more months, not even a year. This is the last time for sure, so I'm begging you, honey. I hate her so much for making such a mess, but on the other side, I can't even go to sleep because I'm worried about her. It's not entirely her fault that things turned out this way. Ultimately, it was indeed a fraudulent cult group, but after my father passed away and she became emotionally vulnerable, she needed a place to lean on, which led her to become interested in religion. Also, she resorted to offering money and praying fervently out of desperation due to our struggle to conceive a child. It resulted in unfavorable circumstances despite her true intentions.
Are you seriously blaming me right now? Are you accusing me of your mom turning out that way? Have I ever asked her to pray for me by offering a great deal of money to a scammer?
You know I didn't mean that. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'll try harder. I'll work more overtime. I'll work harder so I'll get a promotion with a raise sooner. And I'll even do more house chores. So please, I'm begging you, darling. Let's continue to help Mom. Please.
Okay, but only for 6 more months, that's it. I can't do more than 6 months. Can you promise me it'll be no more than 6 months?
Oh, thank you so much, Molly. I truly appreciate it. I can promise you it will be the last time. You have my word.
Molly, darling, it's me. I feel truly sorry, ashamed, and lacking in dignity to even utter these words, but would it be possible for you to lend me some money? I know you work tirelessly without even taking breaks day and night, yet I'm in a situation where I can't possibly survive. I have a medical expense due to my chronic illness, and I need to go see the doctor and buy medication every month, but I don't have the money to do so. I've reached a point where my electricity and gas have been cut off and I haven't had anything since yesterday. Could you lend me $500? No, even $200 would be greatly appreciated. Could you please help this foolish old woman in need?
No, I don't want to. Why should I give my hard-earned money to you? You just said to yourself that you're aware I work day and night to make extra money, yet you're asking me to help you more? I can't take it anymore. If you keep going in this manner, the mindset of treating other people's money with disregard as if it were insignificant and disposable, and the desire to spend it freely without considering the consequences creates a sense of unease and concern. It's crucial to recognize that financial resources should be used responsibly and within your means. If you lack the necessary funds, it's prudent to refrain from unnecessary expenditures. Moreover, it's important to acknowledge that relying on me with such careless thoughts is not only inappropriate but also unfair when I'm not even your own child but your daughter-in-law.
I'm sorry for causing you trouble.
You were also a daughter-in-law at some point, right? How would you feel if your mother-in-law constantly demanded money and pretended to be pitiful?
It's all right. I'm sorry. I realize that my words have made you uncomfortable. I understand. I'll try to borrow money from elsewhere. However, could you at least provide something like instant mac and cheese? I'm begging you. Like I said, I haven't had anything since yesterday and I'm starving to death.
Where in the world does your money go when I support you with $1,500 every month for living expenses? Are you scammed again? I don't believe it. If you want to offer all your money to whatever god that you love so much, you should beg and cry out loud for food to that god. Why are you begging me for it? Don't you think it's too shameless for you to ask me for food on top of financial support?
What $1,500? I have never received money from you. I'm lost.
Is this your new strategy? Are you pretending to be all innocent as if you have no idea what I'm talking about? Joey and I spend almost $100,000 on your debt repayments for the past 3 years, but still we support you every month with $1,500. Don't you think we're doing more than enough?
What debt? I swear I never received money from you. I'm not lying. You should look through my account activity if you're in doubt.
Do you think anything will show up on your account when Joey gave you cash every time? When is it going to be enough for you to cause trouble for us? Please, stop. Can't you see we're still renting a place? We could have bought a house already if we had not repaid your debt and supported you with living expenses.
I swear I never received cash from my son. Rather, I gave him the inheritance of $200,000 left by your father-in-law.
Excuse me? Is that true?
He took a whopping $200,000 from me over the course of 3 years, claiming it was for your mother's back surgery, your father's dental implants, your fertility treatments and the down payment for your house. He promised to repay and even wrote a promissory note, but he had no intention of returning the money. Whenever I try call him, he gets annoyed and insists that I should live on my own when I'm elderly and sick. I can't help but shed tears, wondering where my parenting went wrong to result in such an outcome.
Deborah, listen to me. I never received the money, and the excuses he came up with to take your money from you are all lies. There were no such things as my mom's back surgery, my dad's implants, or my infertility treatment. It sounds like there's something we don't know about, right?
Do you think so too? Oh, this is all my fault for not teaching him properly. I thought I did what I believed was right, but I still don't understand what went so wrong.
I am so sorry.
Me too. Molly, give me a couple of days. I'll figure out what's actually going on and what he's hiding from the both of us. I'll unmask him and reveal the truth about him.
What are you going to do?
I'll call you again when I find out anything.
Yes, ma'am. I'll transfer $1,000 to your account right now. I am so sorry for all the misunderstanding. I should have called you a long time ago. I only resented you for making my life difficult without knowing the truth.
I'm sorry this happened. I should have reached out to you too.
Oh well, I never imagined he would lie for years for money. Deborah, please be careful, whatever you do and wherever you go.
I will. Don't worry about me.
Joey, where are you?
Hey, Molly. I'm sorry, I'm working late as well as just like any other day. I'm just trying to be home as soon as I can, but I have a huge load of work that needs to be done by the end of the week. It looks like I won't be home anytime soon, so please just have dinner and go to bed first.
That is so strange. You're working overtime practically every single day, but why hasn't your paycheck changed at all? You're supposed to get 1.5 times your wage when you work overtime, but your paycheck is slim as usual.
I told you my employer is not doing well, so there won't be extra pay for doing overtime for the time being.
That's illegal. The employer is obligated to follow labor laws, which state hourly wage employees are entitled to 1.5 times their wage when they work overtime. We should report this to the Department of Labor. Your employer is clearly violating federal laws.
No reporting is needed. I want to help my employer in a hard time like this instead of making sure I receive every penny of my paycheck. I'm sure my manager will appreciate what I'm doing for the company and will promote me this year. Those who are prepared will be promoted, and one of them should be me.
You just keep on lying, don't you? I called your company, and they said you got off at 5 o'clock sharp. They also said you barely stay late because you needed to take care of your mother for the past 2 years. Can you explain to me what's going on?
I don't know who told you that, but they're lying. I'll look into this first thing tomorrow. Whoever it was, they were determined to ruin my life. Did you get their name? I want to go talk to them.
It doesn't matter who said what. Let me ask you one thing. Where the hell did you spend the $200,000 you took from your mother and the $100,000 you took from me?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You know damn well what I mean. Don't lie anymore. I'm going to pack your stuff and put it in front of the garage. Take them with you and get the hell out of my house. You should pack your stuff yourself, but the only reason I'm doing it for you is because I don't want to see your sick face one more time and I don't want you to step into my house. You scam me for a great deal amount of money and I'll get it back with legal assistance. Of course, I'm going to file for a divorce. I'm going to hire a lawyer who is going to take care of the divorce, division of assets, and alimony, as well as filing a lawsuit for getting my money back from you. You shouldn't worry about anything, just live happily ever after with your mistress. I wish you nothing but eternal happiness. It looks like that house with your mistress in it sounds more like home for you than the one with me in it. And why do you have to keep coming to me every night? Is it because you want the money I make?
How in the world did you figure out about my other wife?
Your other wife?
Wow. I knew you were garbage, but I didn't know you were stupid as hell. Are you admitting that you're married to two different women? You're aware bigamy is illegal, right?
How did you find out now when I hid it from you so successfully over the past 2 years without ever getting caught? Did you hire a private investigator on me or something?
Deborah figured everything out by following you for the past week.
My mom? My mom and you don't even talk to each other. How did she even follow me and told you about it?
You are well aware that she and I don't communicate with each other regularly. You took advantage of both of us by making excuses for her and me, ultimately taking money from both of us. But I guess you didn't expect her to reach out to me, desperately asking to borrow money because she truly has nothing left.
Why would she do that?
Thanks to her, I have become aware of your life with another woman, living together, and even having a child. You tell me that you would feel nauseous for having breakfast, but then go to your mistress's place to have breakfast with her and go to work? In the evening, you use the excuse of working late while going back to her to have dinner and have fun until late at night before finally returning home. What you're doing makes me sick and puke. You're disgusting as a cockroach.
She gave a child to me when you can't. You can't let the baby be unhappy and go through unnecessary hardship because of what her parents have done when she has done nothing wrong, right? So I was planning to tell you everything and ask for your forgiveness, and ultimately for a divorce soon. You can live your life to the fullest even without me, but she and our daughter can't. They depend on me to take care of them and provide a stable environment. I'm the one who needs to support and protect them.
Oh, cut the crap and give Deborah his money back. Do you have any idea what she's going through right now? She asked me if she could borrow money because she had not eaten since the day before. How could you be so irresponsible when you took your mother's entire assets and now she's having serious problems living a life? She told me that you promised to repay and even wrote a promissory note, and yet you're not willing to pay her back? Listen, if you don't return her money immediately, I will take legal action against you on behalf of her, so it's better for you to listen and repay her. Where is her money right now?
I've put a down payment for a small house for our family. I can't liquidate the money right now. Do you want us to live on the street when there is a baby involved?
I don't give a damn about it. I'm warning you to return her money within 4 days, or I will personally hire a lawyer to sue you. Oh, and regarding the $100,000 that I gave you to give to her, half of it, which is $50,000, will be deducted from our joint savings and deposit the remaining $50,000 that falls short separately to me. And we're going to get a divorce after you deposit alimony to my account. That way you guys won't have to be hidden and live in disgrace anymore, and I can live freely without witnessing such humiliation. Also, Deborah can enjoy a comfortable retirement. You made poor decisions so far, but I hope you make the right one this time for everyone's sake. After what happened, I was able to successfully divorce my ex-husband with the evidence of his infidelity collected by his mother, and I was able to obtain alimony from both him and his mistress. I've heard that he ended up returning $120,000 to his mother by hastily selling the house for being unable to withstand my pressure and the uproar from his mother. As for the remaining $80,000, which was depleted by him and his mistress, I was informed that he even signed an agreement to repay it for $500 per month. Deborah has apologized to me multiple times, acknowledging that she caused me significant pain because of her foolish and shameless son. But how could it be her fault? She was a victim of her own son, after all. On the other hand, due to his shabby income, he had no choice but to move into a small studio apartment. However, his mistress left with her child, refusing to live in a studio. She even left a note saying never to try call her again since the child is not his. In conclusion, my ex-husband has single-handedly ruined his own life. It's truly a case of reaping what one sows. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more videos.